Hello everyone, welcome to the Commando Cast. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Mike, and today we're going to be talking some spoilers from the new set, Spark of Hope.
Alright guys, so this week Mike and I are finally going to deliver on talking about those initial Spark of Hope spoilers that we saw. So we kind of want this episode to be a little shorter, so we'll really just kind of go right into it. So the first card that was kind of unofficially spoiled was the Maul sighting that we had. So Mike, what is this new Maul card?
Yeah, so Maul was interesting because they immediately just went right to a spot glass, like immediately to a promo card.
So I think it's a cardboard, and I think on the back it actually has like info. I don't know that it's a spot gloss.
Oh, okay.
I think on the back
it's a
it
full
has
art.
an ad. Yeah, it's a full art.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Maul is a skilled duelist. He's 13 health, 1620, and he will be a legendary. He's a character apprentice Sith, which is cool, right? I like the Sith.
Sith is a big deal.
Yeah. And his dice sides are 1 melee, 2 melee, 2 melee, 3 melee, 1 resource, gotta have a resource, and a blank. His power action reads, reroll 1 of this character's character dice or upgrade dice. You may discard a card from your hand to reroll that die again. If that die is showing melee, you may remove it to deal damage equal to its value to 2 characters. That is a wall of text, first off.
It is, yes. And let's hope that, so I haven't gone through it yet to analyze for, where the period or the thens or whatever, right? So I'm sure your rules lawyers are going to have a ton of fun with this one. Hopefully it's written correctly, that there's nothing, wrong with it. The big thing when I look at his power action is upgrade dice. That's pretty big for all these, plus side sabers, like Maul's lightsaber, right? Yeah. Or Vader's lightsaber. Just remove a +3 and hit for 3 to everybody, right?
Yeah, and I mean, to me, the purest value is I rolled him out and I got a 1 and a blank, or I got a 2 and a blank, and it's just okay, I'll just re-roll the blank.
Well, I mean, the problem with it, you're not resolving his die for 1. He's a 20-point character. If you're resolving his die for 1, you're losing.
It's got to be attached to something big, right? For you to use that.
Oh yeah, I memean, you can use it for modifier, yeah, for sure. But if you're hitting for
so that 1 effectively is a blank for that on a 20-point character.
As you point out, it can be paired, but from a raw value, but that's the one you're re-rolling, right?
So I have a feeling he's going to be pretty hot.
I think people are going to want him. So what I found was interesting was our Danish overlords, right, had put a poll up asking if people thought Maul was better or if they thought Vader, TTB, Terror to Behold was better.
Okay.
And at least when I final checked it, it was 60% people thought that Maul was better. And I'm pretty sure that's just because people were excited about the new stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Maul's not better than Vader. You can remove Maul's dice and there's no penalty for it.
Correct.
Although I highly recommend playing Maul with Retribution. Right? But
because it's 20 or greater,
right?
Yeah. So
So you play Maul with Retribution and a 9-point character I don't know, Talzin or I don't know.
So can I spitball something kind of crazy?
Sure.
So because his power action states it can be an upgrade or character dice,
right.
I wonder if there's a play for him where you play him at 16 points just so that you can and then play a good 14-point character.
Are you on because you're still on your Watto?
Shut up!
You're still
it doesn't have to be Watto. It could be Watto.
But 16 Watto, that gives you only 2, so you can't play profitable with it.
Yeah, no. So I play 16, right? I'm 16, and I'm talking a 14-point character with him.
I see.
And then
13 because.
Well, you can't play Retribution because he's a 16 points. It has to be a 20-point character.
Oh, that's
right.
Fair enough.
What I'm saying though is if I put a lightsaber on him, it basically makes him 2 because of his. If it's a good enough lightsaber, he can power action either die. And he's got 13 health, which is huge. You can get pretty good for 14 points. You probably get 11 health character for 14. I don't know if there is one yet that fits in that slot that would be good. Is Dengar, is he 14?
Dengar's 14.
Yeah, so that might, I'm just saying, just throwing that out there, it might be one of those ones where, because he's a 4 cost difference between 1 and 2 die. But his power, because his power action works on an upgrade die, I feel like he's begging to be run 1 die.
So what is Vader 1923? So is he 4-cost die as well?
Yes.
He's 1923.
I believe that's the case, yeah.
Yeah. So they're saying that his die is equivalent to Vader's die just from a raw standpoint. So Vader's a 2, 3, 4 for 1. And he's a 1, 2, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, barring the 2 resource on Vader, like that's the big thing.
Yeah,
the 2 resource on Vader, like I don't know. I'm still sticking with my vote in the Your Destiny poll. Like I think Vader's better than Maul.
Yeah, I would say so. And as well, he should be because he's costs more.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2 health is massive.
When I say that he's better, I'm not comparing. Like I'm not saying like an 8-point character is worse than a 23-point character. Like I'm comparing them like on a sliding scale, right? So like you get a better partner with Maul. I'm accounting for that in the statement, right?
Right.
I still think Vader's better, right? Just because like you remove a Vader die and it rolls back in, like that's
still so bad.
I mean, only once I get it, but like still, so
yeah.
And you remove them all 3 and it's gone.
And I will say just quickly, I think Vader got after playing the new set a little bit and seeing the reduced removal abilities now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Vader's better because removing his die is harder. Okay. So yeah, that's Maul. Maul's
so that was being given out as a promo/advertisement card to people at Star Wars Celebration, but then on Saturday of Star Wars Celebration, which again, Mike and I are way late to the party, so I think everybody knows the story, but we had a FFG announcement of the new set, and I was furiously taking screenshots and stuff, and then FFG had some like amazingly unprecedented coordinated attack where they released an article like 10 minutes later, right? So we're going to go through that one by one, and the first card, the one I'm most excited about, and I'm pretty sure someone way smarter than me is going to figure out how to break, is Thrawn. So
I actually haven't got a chance to look to these very much, so some of this is kind of first pass for me.
Which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Because I love looking at Mike's first reaction.
Right, so so Thrawn, it looks like 13 health, which is, again, the health creep is amazing. His side, so his side...
he is 19.
Yeah, 15, 19, he's a legendary. His sides are 2 melee, 3 melee, so much more like he is in the books, like where he is a skilled martial artist.
Kick you in the face, right?
Yeah, the 2 focus, the 2 discard, so he's got a 2-3, 2-3, 2-2.
Yeah, he's running into some roll-offs.
Yeah, so Wolf. Says after you activate this character, you may look at the top 4 cards of a deck. Okay. Okay. So yours or your opponent's. That makes sense, I guess. And then his power action reads.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
But why would you not look at?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Okay. So
because his power action. Yeah. Read his power.
So power action states: reveal the top 4 cards of an opponent's deck. You may play an event revealed this way. And spot that opponent's cards as if they were yours. Okay, so when I roll him in, I get to look at your deck.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, now that you said that, I didn't catch it. I think when you roll him in, you look at your deck, and then you power action and look at the top 4 cards of their deck.
Yeah, I mean...
Although there's nothing you can do with your information, I suppose, but...
No, I'm looking at your deck, and I'm going, okay, well, he's got an Entangle sitting there, and I don't have any removal because I just got Dead Drawn.
Right.
And then I don't have any yellow, so I don't have any good way to remove cards. And then you're gonna roll in on power action and use your Entangle to spot your stupid Watto. And
yeah, he's
wow,
pretty good. And can we just say, like, because actually when I went on vacation a couple weeks ago, I read the Thrawn book, and like, very good book.
Okay.
Pretty much embodies Thrawn pretty well. Right? So
he's going to struggle for a partner. I think that's going to be his...
Because we haven't really seen any 11s, have we? There's Loose.
Yeah, a buttload of 12s, right? And maybe that's the key is you end up playing...
Some plot with him, right?
Right.
Sentinel Messenger, probably, and because that puts you at 27, and then you can play Profitable or whatever the heck new flavor of 3-cost plot that we get is broken.
Man, that feels good. So you can play the top card of your deck with the Messenger, or play the top...
Right. And Messenger's got a 2 melee for whatever that's worth, and then you can roll the Messenger in, get your motives, your Forsakens.
So meta solved already. That will be a very expensive card, I have a feeling, unless it's super...
Thrawn's going to be the $60 card in the set. Now, whether he stays there or not, I don't know, but...
Well, I haven't looked at the rest of it. Maybe there's some other broken crap in here too.
No, it's just the popularity of Thrawn. Like, come on, they came out swinging, and he's like the first one.
Yeah.
And he's in the front of the fan article. Like,
what a great... And he, like, you are not kidding around. He is going to win you some roll-offs. Like, what is that? 5, 7, 9, 10 on 6 dice. That's what, 1.3?
I mean, he's one less EV than Vader. Than TTV.
Nice. So you're going to win, because you're going to get 2 of his dice and most likely at least one other.
I don't know
that
why
dice
you
is going to be
play
good.
2 of his dice.
Oh, yeah. No, you definitely play 2. His dice are... Like, to have a character that can be that disruptive and has 2 massive damage sides, that's ridiculous.
Being able to spot your opponents, like, I think that's the thing that gets me, is like being able to spot your opponents. Like, it's like, okay, you can play cards from your opponent's deck, like, that's pretty good, but like, you can also spot your opponent's characters.
So here's the trick.
So by that, can you play upgrades?
No, events.
Yeah. Okay.
So the trick is really, when this card comes out, just don't play events. Like, that'll be the key. Just supports and upgrades. Just no events.
So just play Palp then.
Character.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that'll be
great. So it's Thrawn versus Palpatine.
Yeah, right. All right, so that was cool. That's very exciting.
All right, so let's see what comes with Thrawn. So Mastermind is a 1-cost red villain ability. 1 focus, 1 money, a special, and a blank. The special says name a card, then reveal an opponent's hand and set each copy of the named card from it aside. Okay.
So is that removed from the game, or...
Yeah, set it aside to remove from the game.
Okay.
In any other game beside Destiny. Right, set aside zone. Right.
Reveal an opponent's hand and set each copy, so you can get... And I knew with the top next 4 cards he was going to pull, right? Minus the Entangle that I played.
Yeah. I don't know that this one's... Actually, I'm eyeing this one for like a Tarkin Snoke deck, right?
Well, and the focus is going to help with Thrawn, because he has a 2 focus, but you really don't want to spend his 2 focus, right? I mean, his damage sides are...
I mean, I think this looks great alongside... like I said, I think this looks great alongside Crystal Ball and stuff in a Tarkin Snoke deck. Mm-hmm. Right? Crystal Ball and Dark Presence... Dark Council.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And 1 cost, again, 2 specials.
Or the ID-10 Seeker Droid or whatever, right? Like, this one looks pretty cool.
Palp's going to love this as well.
Oh, because it's an ability.
Yeah, it's an ability.
Good catch. Yeah, because you're actually a fan of that, the Watt version of Palp, right?
Right. So any abilities that gets me a die, I'm super happy about. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool.
All right. So the next one?
Cultural Records. It's a 2-cost support. It has die sides. It has a die. 1 focus, 2 focus, 1 resource, special blank. It states, after a player plays a copy of a card, it's a little blocked off by the dice, but that's what it says. So after a player plays a copy of a card set aside by this support, you may gain 1 resource and remove a die.
Remove a die.
After a player plays a copy of a card set aside by the support, you may gain 1 resource or remove a die. Okay, and the special reads, look at an opponent's hand and set a card from it aside, gain 1 action. But it says you may, after a player plays a copy of a card set aside. So is it stating that your opponent can play cards?
If I set your mislead, if I set one of your misleads aside, and you play another mislead,
a copy of a card set aside.
Right.
Okay.
But what I didn't catch at first about this, and what the boards were blowing up on, is it also counts when you play. So like, I realize that's kind of a niche argument that is after a player, right? So let's say hidden motive, right? Everybody in the ROM packs hidden motive, right? So you set a hidden motive aside. There's now 3 more hidden motives in Netherland, right? That can get played to give you a resource and or remove a die. And this being a support is very interesting because it's on all game.
Right. And it has 2 focus sides.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's interesting. But the fact that there's other ways to set things aside, I think, is what makes this really strong, right? Because the one we just looked at sets things aside. So
that's cool. Man, more places to keep stuff. Like more.
I know, I can't so yeah. Let's take a quick aside and let's talk about the Dice Commando channel. It's become exceedingly difficult to play on my board with the downgrades that go in there now, because now you have to lift your guy up who has damage counters on it. Right. But now we have to keep track of stuff in the set aside zone, which we don't even video on our. Right. So.
Yeah, I think what we'll probably do is just put it in the trench.
I mean that's going to be my proposal.
Yeah. But yeah, it's getting more complex.
If boards are getting full, it's getting hard to keep track of stuff.
I assume we're only going to be dealing with supports, upgrades, and characters, and well and downgrade?
I don't know, man.
Like, where else are we going to put stuff?
Every new set we've had, we've been introducing some new mechanic. Like, at some point, like, I'm going to need a encyclopedia to play this game.
It's fun. All right, so that's Cultural Records. Very cool. All right, you get to spoil the lady.
All right, so we're going to spoil the next two together
Correct,
because they obviously go together, right? So we have Rey and Kylo. Mm-hmm. So Rey is a blue 11-point character for 11-15. She has 1 melee, 2 melee, 1 shield, a money, and a special. And then if you can click real quick to Kylo.
Okay.
So Kylo is also 11 points for 11-15, or 11 health for 11-15. And he is 1 melee, 2 melee, a discard, a money, a special, and a blank, of course. So both of these guys are character apprentices. Now, they're designed to be played together, because if you can click through, I'll show the plot first, right? So the plot, Temporary Truce, is a 0-cost plot. You can only include Kylo Ren and Rey on your team. Parentheses, just to clarify for the rules layers out there, you can include villain and hero cards in your deck. You cannot include gray cards in your deck.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so you're going to fall prey to Kylo. Fall prey to Kylo. Right, so, all right, so if you go back real quick.
Okay, so
we'll bring up Rey first.
Sorry. There.
So her power action is reroll a character die or turn a villain character die to a side showing a value of 0, right? So if you're reading this alone, like, why the heck would I want to do that on a hero character? It makes, of course, complete sense with Kylo. Her special is give 2 shields to a character, then if that character has 3 or more shields, reroll this die instead of removing it. Probably not going to be able to reroll her dying very often.
Yeah.
But it plays right into Kylo, because his power action is move 1 shield from this character to another character. Then if you move that shield to a hero, deal 1 damage to a character. His special is deal 2 damage to a character. If any of this damage is blocked, reroll this die instead of removing it. That's a very Kylo ability who we've seen on a lot of Kylo cards. Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, pretty self-explanatory here, right? The 2 play off each other. He feeds her the shield. She moves it back to him.
You know what we really need, though, is a 13-point Rey to go with a 17-point Kylo.
Well, I mean, Vibro Knife, and so for
Infinite format. I forgot
the 912 Vibro Knife action sheet Rey.
Can't have gray cards.
Can't have gray cards.
There you go. They fixed it. They were smart.
All right, so everybody's been hating on the playtesters lately, but I guess they caught one.
Yeah. Good.
I guess they caught one.
Right. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Fair enough. All right, so, I mean, without going too much into the actual mechanics of this, I think this is super great. Like, this is my new teaching deck. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, yeah.
Both these cards are rares, so they're going to be super easy to get. This is absolutely my new teaching deck. Crossguard still works with Kylo.
So,
Rey Saber still works with Rey.
There is a lot of complex interaction, right, with the power actions. That would be, I think you would be careful that you don't overwhelm them, because you're going to want to be like, okay, so what you need to do is move power action Kylo to get Rey into the...
That's actually fair feedback.
The first shield, and then she power actions, and then...
Yeah, they're going to get lost in, like, the cards and not just, like, the rolling the dice.
But I will say this, though. Maybe
it's like a tier 2 teaching deck.
I'm a millennial Star Wars fan, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm interested in this game. Like,
It's actually like after the millennial generation.
Yeah, whatever they're called. They love
Exennials.
Son Reylo.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, I think this is... I love it because it's going to attract new players. It's interesting. I don't necessarily think it's excellent, but...
It's not... My take is I don't think it's good at all, because as soon as you lose one of your characters, the whole deck falls apart.
And they've only got 2 damage set. Well, no, she has 2, he has 3?
Yeah, well, so, I mean, in previous episodes we've talked about how shields are way stronger, or feel at least way stronger in this block than they have ever before. So, let's say that they have the same value sides.
Okay.
In that she gives 2 shields, he does 2 damage. I don't think you're ever... I don't like that her ability has 3 or more shields to re-roll her die, because I feel that you're either wasting value in putting shields on somebody who already has 2 shields to roll it in, or you are... You know what I'm saying?
But if I power action Kylo to give Rey a shield, and then I use her special to get her to 3, then she rolls in that dice back in?
But my problem is, like, how many actions is this taking? It was like a power action. Resolve 1 special. No, I have 2 other specials on the table. But
I love some Dirtland, baby. I love a Dirtland. This is speaking.
It's fine. like I said, I think this is like, don't get me wrong, I think this is really cool. I love it.
Doesn't look like it's gonna be any good.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like it's any good. That's what I said. Like, this is gonna be my teaching deck. I'll put it in there.
Not neutral. No great cards. No
great cards.
Okay, so yeah, so you can still play binds and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be fun anyway.
No, it's gonna be super fun. It's not gonna be good.
I'll have my cards. No. Okay. All right.
Next card. Well, so to that end, that's what I was gonna say. Right. There is no way FFG does not make full arts of these guys with them like back to back. Like, there's just no way.
If they don't, shame on you, FFG.
No. Come on, they're gonna do it. And you're gonna have to like win worlds twice.
All right. Well, enough about Reylo. Let's get to the true MVPs and the spoilers. Okay.
All right. Take us away, Mike.
So, diceless characters. That's what I'm talking about. Cole, this is for you, baby. You keep saying, why do we even roll dice in this game with all the focus? You call it, bro. we're done rolling dice. We don't even care anymore.
FFG, listen to you, Cole. We're done.
We're done. So we have an Ewok warrior who is a 4 health character with no dice. He is a character Ewok. He costs 4 points. Include only if you have a unique Ewok on your team. So, unfortunately, you can't.
I can't run 7 Ewoks.
You can't jam this guy into any old deck to get access to yellow, right? So you can only include him if you have a unique Ewok on your team.
Actually, good catch. Yeah. I didn't catch.
Right. See that? See what I did there?
So he's not the Gungan to give you access to AR.
Correct.
Right, fair enough.
After you activate this character, you may deal 1 indirect damage to your opponent. So he just does 1 indirect damage every time he activates until you hit him with 1 Vader die.
I have one thing to say. Fear and Dead Men.
Right. That would be the most satisfying Fear and Dead Men. I think if your Ewoks get Fear and Dead Men off the board with a Vader, you should be required to rip them in half.
Shake their hand. They're commons.
Right?
Just bring 35 of them to your tournament. Your next GQ, you bring 35 Ewoks. Every time you get Fear and Dead Men, and just rip them up.
That's awesome.
Shout out to D House for his Unpredictable, which did get reprinted, by the way. So screw you, buddy.
That's great. So I like the Ewok is interesting. I don't know where this fits in, but maybe there's another card after it.
I do want to say,
okay.
I don't know, like the mechanic of diceless characters I think is fine.
Sure.
I'm really sad that the Ewok is a diceless character, and here's why. The love that Amy had when her battle droids came out, that she could play a 5-wide battle droid, was huge. And the reason was because you were rolling this joy from the get-go. You're rolling the joy of rolling a bunch of dice on the table. So now the people, so I get it. A lot of people hate Ewoks. I get it. I'm not talking to you right now, right? The people who do love the Ewoks,
come back in 5 minutes.
Right? They could have been rolling in. It could have been like the battle droids of the Ewoks, right? Now maybe they're less. Maybe you're rolling in more dice, right? But now they're just like indirect. Look how much fun I'm having. Indirect.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, I'm happy. Like, because that was like the battle droids were amazing, right? Because like you could roll and die, and like I had the indirect. I can roll the battle droid.
There were these high points that could be had,
and now it's like, hey, I do an indirect. Right. Yeah. Oh, you just killed my Ewok. All right, let's go. Take another indirect. Oh, you just killed all my Ewoks at one time. All right. So, I'm really bummed out that I think there was a lot of upside potential for bringing new players to the game with the Ewok, with like an Ewok deck.
Well, I'm assuming we're going to flip to Wicket here. I haven't seen these yet, but
so Wicket is on the back of the box.
Oh, he is. Okay, so then as long as
there is a picture of Wicket on the back of the box.
There must be
Jedi Geek Girl took a picture of at a celebration.
So I wish I was her sometimes. She gets to go to celebrations.
You could go. You just got to shell
out.
From
that area?
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, so that's Ewok.
I think she's from like Minnesota, the north, where it's cold all the time.
Still not drivable. Okay, so our next character is Chief Chirpa, who is 7 health. He's a Bright Tree Village Elder. He's an Ewok that is unique. So this is the guy you need, right, to rock the Ewok. So he's character Ewok leader. His sides are 1...
Military camp.
Right, military camp.
That's solved.
Right. 1 melee, 1 focus, 1 disrupt, 1 resource, special blank. After setup, add a set-aside Ewok warrior to your team, so you automatically get an Ewok with him for free.
Right.
You're not very fun right now. The special, Deal 2 indirect damage to an opponent, or 3 indirect damage instead if you spot 4 Ewoks. 4?
Because I'm not losing an Ewok turn 1.
Oh my gosh. That is awful. Like, why 4?
I don't understand why it's 4.
And
it should be like 2.
He's 10, 12. Like, I'm not, you're gonna...
Because you're bringing another Ewok to the team, which is great, but like, he's 10 points for a 7 health character? This guy's freaking awful.
Yeah, what were they thinking here? Yeah.
I'm sure that they did math somewhere and tested it so that it wouldn't be broken, but like, this guy is an 8-point character. He's straight up an 8-point character. 9, 8 even with the disposable Ewok. He is an 8-point character. Oh, well, with the Ewok, fine. Put him at 9 with the Ewok, but like, there are so many AoE, area of effect cards out there right now that, like, this whole Ewok thing is just not playable. And they had such an opportunity to do something cool and they just blew it.
It's going to be really kind of weird when Boosh like destroys all the Ewoks, right?
Like, and I'm telling you, like, based on the theme they're having here, like, Wicket's not going to be like a 22-point character.
That would be badass, though, right? I mean, Wicket is like 2 melee, 3 melee, 4 melee.
Yob.
I can't wait.
So I don't know. This, like, I think you play him single. So wait, how does the math even work there?
Right,
so 10 points.
Okay,
so Ewoks are 4 points.
So Ewoks are 4, right? So I get 1 die, and then I get 5 Ewoks for 20 points, right? So I actually start with 6 Ewok scout.
So you're playing with 7 characters.
7, yeah. So I'm 6 Ewok warriors and Chirpa. 6 indirect. If you could figure out a way to get them all off at the same time.
Oh, I mean, I think it's pretty reasonable to assume there's going to be a squad tactics for Ewoks, right? Like, there's got to be. Otherwise, it's like, all right, hey, I'm done playing. Let me know when all your Ewoks are activated.
I hope there's like an event that's like spot 3 Ewoks to destroy a villain red vehicle.
Like that's let's keep going and see if there's one.
Okay, all right. So, go ahead. You read this one.
So remember how I said that I was thinking there should be a squad tactics for Ewoks?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, hey.
So Ewok ambush, 0 cost, hero yellow, ambush. So it's kind of like a hit and run ish. Mm-hmm. Activate 1 of your non-elite characters or up to 3 of your Ewok characters. So it's not really that good.
So bear with me for a second.
Sure.
Ewoks can still carry upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
They can still have dice. And they can still have redeploy. Mm-hmm. I mean...
I better have redeploy.
Right. I'm just saying, like we're making fun of flipping, but you could get a 2-cost gun with, like, you can get, like, if you're running some sort of red, you could get the A300 blaster down or something, and that has 3 or 2 black sides.
One's a modified.
Right, okay, but I still get 2 black sides, right? I mean, it's something.
So your plan is to run Ewoks with a red... Oh, alright, meta solved. Kess down random 3 Ewoks. No, it's only... Yeah, it's 3 Ewoks.
Troopers, though. That would suck.
That's why it's like... Alright, so we do have... If you go to the next card, we do have an upgrade. Ewok bow. So 1 cost, yellow upgrade weapon. Gun, disrupt, shield, money, blank.
When it's on an Ewok, it has redeploy. That's a 1 cost with redeploy?
No, that card is amazing, but you're still playing Ewoks. Like, I'm sorry.
Still playing Ewoks.
Like... the Ewoks could have been so great. No, I know I'm very negative right now, but
you are a real downer right now, man.
There was such an opportunity.
I do like the art on this one. I have to say that's kind of a cool little piece of art. So
no, I mean individually that's actually a really good weapon.
Yeah, it's bad it's a hero.
I know, right? Towels and stuff.
Right. Okay. All right. So, and our last spoiler for the day is a support. It's a 2-cost support called Chief Chirpa's Hut. It's unique. It has a die. Its sides are 1 focus, 2 shields, not bad. 1 resource. I like that. And then it has a special, pay 1 special, which I hate, but maybe it'll be worth it here. And then a blank, and it says special. Add a set-aside Ewok warrior to your team. Okay, so it just makes Ewoks. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, poops out Ewoks.
But you have to spend 1. Okay. Discard this support from play unless you spend 3 resources. Wait, I have to have 4 resources in hand just to use the ability without losing the
That's
2
correct.
costs?
So somehow, with your diceless characters, you have to make 4 money in order to not lose this when you poop out an Ewok.
And it costs 2. So it costs 3 to make an Ewok because you have to pay to play it. Plus you have to get the special. Plus you have to spend 1. And then if I don't spend another 3, I lose it?
Yeah. Thank you. This card's awful.
Wow!
This card's epically awful. Like, do you think that this... Like, the only way I can come to the fact that this card's even being printed
Yoda.
is that... No. Well, no. No, I gave that like half a second thought. But the only way I can even think of how this existed was like, in playtesting, whatever the heck they had was just broken. And they're like, okay, well, we'll back off.
Can you imagine the guy that had like 20 Ewoks?
And then at the point that they backed it off, it like fell off the radar, and everyone else was like, oh, I don't care about it, because like...
Did that get printed?
Like, they're just like going through the files and like, oh, I don't have to worry about that. Like
holy smokes, like...
Maybe I'm missing something, but this seems like the worst card ever printed.
Yeah, so if you're in our comment section, which you should be, can you tell us if we're smoking crack and this is just like the world beater? Because I'm just doing the math here. 2 to play it, 2 to proc it, right? And then I could potentially lose it, right?
Sure.
If I want to keep it, I have to spend 6 resources.
You know what? It's probably... If somebody vandalizes that, that's a win.
Yeah. Well, maybe you get a couple shields off and a couple times, right? So just quickly, follow the math here, right? For me to get 2 Ewoks out, 2 Ewoks off this card, I have to spend 2 to play it. I have to spend 1 to proc it. I have to spend 3 to not lose it. I have to spend another 1 to proc it again. So I have to spend 7 resources
For 8 health.
For 8 health on a diceless character.
Correct.
Alright. Well, that was really anticlimactic. Can we go back to Maul? Because Let's
do it.
We'll
finish with Maul. So Maul, he's a 13-point blue character. No, but so again, like, Mike and I don't like being negative. I know I've been absurdly negative with the Ewoks. The Ewoks, I think, really stink. Like, it's really disappointing. Maul, though, super exciting Maul. The Rey Kylo pairing, like, again, I don't know if it's going to be good. I'm super excited.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Like, no, I think it is super awesome. The fact that they're rares is, like, thank you, FFG.
Yeah.
Like,
they could have made those.
No, what they would have done is they like would have made Rey a rare and Kylo a legendary or something like that.
Or put them one die each in a starter, right, for $10, and then
that's
or
fair.
for $15.
That's fair.
And then
That's fair. So like thank you FFG. Yeah. Like those, and like coming out of the gate, those will probably end up being like $3 or $4 rares.
Well, you're
right,
gonna
just
get
because
them.
people will want them.
Right, you're gonna get them easily.
Yeah. So
I want to go a little deeper into my disappointment with Ewoks.
Okay.
Since we're here, I was born.
So I do want to do the disclaimer.
Okay.
You go.
All right.
So like, obviously we don't know what else is coming in the set. Like Ewoks could be getting some #amazeballs like events and stuff.
Every time you activate an Ewok, gain a resource or something. Like, I don't know, some sort of support that.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something there, right? And like, I'm betting Wicket is going to be really good. Like everybody, well, except the people who hate Ewoks, like Wicket's like the dude, right? So like, I think Wicket's probably going to be really good. He'll somehow fit into that. Like,
I will tell you this right now. No one. Okay, I would say I'm on the older side of the kids that play Star Wars Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm probably like in the top 5% of the age bracket, right? So when Return of the Jedi came out, I was 6 years old, right? So this really, Return of the Jedi was the first one I saw in the theater where I was real cognizant and I followed, right?
So you're not an Ewok hater.
I am not an Ewok hater. I'm an Ewok. I don't love them. I mean, they're annoying. I get it. But like as a child, like they had a very special place in my heart. The fight scene at the space battle at the end of Return of the Jedi is still amazing. It still makes my heart palpitate. So
and it's even better now. It's been remastered.
Yeah, right. So right, no, it is.
No, it is.
Yeah, it's better. Anyway, so I have a special place for this movie, and then to see them come up with these and not really make them. I mean, like you said, there has to be something that's going to make them better because it's awful. Like, and you people that do hate Ewoks, if you're younger than me, you don't even know what you're talking about. To be honest with you, like you weren't there, you don't know. Like you don't know. You weren't even born yet. Maybe you were born. You were a baby when Return of the Jedi came out. So Anyway, so I'm disappointed. That's why. So
just in the Ewoks, you mean?
Yeah, in the Ewoks. Yeah.
But there are a lot of things to be excited about. I will be honest. The thing I think I'm most excited about out of all of this is the way that FFG roll this out.
Yeah.
Like,
they act like a real company, a real CCG company.
Yeah. I mean, there's no release date yet, so I don't know that I'd go completely all in. But there was a coordinated attack, and it was on a non-work day, which I think we've that in of itself, we're like, whoa.
Right. Yeah.
FFG, I always just kind of assume FFG went to lunch at 9:00 on Friday.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Or Margarita 1:00. Margarita time started.
Right.
Yeah.
So they had a coordinated attack. Maybe they got the next 2 weeks off. Right. But I was pretty impressed with the way this all went down.
So I know they didn't give us a date, but some of the smarter people have been talking about in order for the next set to hit prior to Gen Con, right?
Oh, so it's going to be mid-July.
Right. Yeah. So this time frame, the way they've done it is I would say we are on as much on schedule for FFG as we have been.
Yep.
In a long time.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually be surprised if this set. I mean, we've kind of alluded to the whole conversations about dead meta, and we did have one of our European people kind of hate on me for that.
That's correct.
To be clear, we acknowledge that there's GQs. There's actually GQs in North America too, right? We're not counting GQs as that's not what we meant in terms of we meant sort of championships, worlds, regionals. Right. That's what we were talking about, right? But yeah, I mean to that effect, right? I think I wouldn't be surprised if, because of this whole conversation about dead meta and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see this set release earlier than the normal cadence.
Right. Because they're talking 3 sets a year, right?
Yeah, they're going to have to make up some ground, but they're going to miss their 3 sets a year.
We're talking about that. Our inner project managers are you can only borrow from the next quarter so many times before you miss one. That's the way.
So yes, works. that is a PM for those of you in lingo. that is a PM thing, but people can also divide by 4.
True. Right.
It's if they're going to make, because a year and a half ago at this point, they came out and they said, we will hit 3 sets a year. It's it's what we're going to do. We're going to hit 3 sets a year. Absolutely, we promise. Cross our hearts, hope to die, need a lie, all that stuff, right? If they're going to do it, it has to come out in July or they're going to miss. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So,
yeah. But kudos to FFG. I'm very pleased. I will say another thing, and how did it go so far as keeping this video short?
We failed them.
Okay, all right. So in this business, there's other games that I play and that other people play where they release a set and there's an initial wave of excitement for the new set. You get your new toys, you're very excited. And the other companies will then drop you little nuggets, videos of concepts they're working on for the next set, little things, and then it will go into about a month and a half before, maybe 2 months before you'll get a release date. Sometimes they give a release date a year in advance of what's happening. But anyway, they'll share that stuff up. They'll do some sort of announcement video. And then there's just this, I guess, steady march of excitement that leads up. So the excitement for the game never really ebbs unless there's a problem.
Right.
So FFG has suffered mightily.
That's what you just nailed it on, was saying there's a problem, right? And I think that's the problem with our community and the game in a whole, is every time there's no information, everyone assumes there's a problem because of what you just said.
Right.
The only times in all these other games that you don't have info is when there's a problem.
Right.
And because we live in this constant 80% world of not having info, we just assume there's constant problems.
Which there might be a problem. There might not be a problem.
I mean, FFG, they have a different way of doing things. Their way of doing things is not communicating until they know 100% that they're going to be able to deliver. Which, I mean, my background as an engineer, that's kind of how we operate. We don't work in I'll get it to you on Monday.
Right.
You don't say you get it to you on Monday and it comes out Tuesday. That's not how you work, right? So I can sympathize with them as much as
And coming from a sales background, I generally will
say it's a week on Monday and it's there in a week and a half.
Right. Yeah, I'll let someone else fix that for you. That's no problem. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you, FFG. Well done. Keep chugging away. They introduced a new person that was doing their organized play, right? Last year.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if we get the quarter kits on time.
Yeah. So. But I have seen I would consider a business improvement.
But I don't think OP has anything to do with communication.
Maybe it's this person though who is because if it's a newer person in the company, I mean, if I walked into FFG and they hey Mike, we want you to be a manager, I'd be like, okay, great. I mean, I would. The first thing I would be like is, why aren't we talking to our customers? It's easy. Like you could do it from your phone.
Yeah, but that means like you can come in on like Monday all bushy-tailed and wide-eyed and be like, all right, hey, here's what I want to do. Here's my business plan. I want to communicate the next 4 release dates, and they're like, yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, they're like, but see, at 2:00 on Fridays, we start drinking. And I'd be like, sweet.
They're like, Mike, we could give you a release date, but margaritas.
Right, but margaritas.
Anyway.
All right, cool. Well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the spoilers.
Mike and I ranting for 5 minutes.
Sorry. So what's really funny is most of you probably will not watch this, because by the time this video is out, you won't even care. But we hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe our video if you like what we're doing. Anything to add, my friend?
Nope. Go Commando.
Go Commando.
That may be the worst video we've ever done.
Well, we had fun. We were having fun.
Yeah,